Beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation. Beautiful ignited souls, thank you for joining us. We are on the Us ship. I've got to get a representation, a picture, an image of this Us ship, but I feel perhaps it's better that we all have a collective minds, that we do this like telepathically. You have your own image, because this is what Mother Eve says, let us create, man in our image, meaning every person that was applicable to would have the ability to have an image, conjure up an image. But let's go to some tropical place where it's nice and hot and oceans and palm trees and coconuts and mangoes. Okay, so I have been I've done this. I've done a video which I've posted, and you might have seen this, but on save and the number 14, of course. Now, there is so much happening around 14. In fact, there is something about, I'm going to do a video on it. Not that I like to deal with anything that brings a sense of adverse feeling, in the sense of if something feels like, in fact, I find I can't listen to people with shouting and angry and all the protests and things like that. It does not resonate very well with me. But somehow, the number 14, as I have said before, we will be hearing a lot about it, just like in the lockdown. You usually hear a fortnight or 14 days. They don't usually say 14 days, they usually would use the fortnight, but also the 14 days, or we have had news about, a fetus of a 14-week old and so on, and being used as part of the vaccine, whether this is true or not. But the number 14 shows up quite a lot. Now, if you've watched our videos here on Crime a Queen, which is the place of self-love, this is where we nurture ourselves, this is where we get acquainted with the gods. That's the whole thing, people, to get acquainted with the gods. By the way, let me thank you for being here. Let me thank you for your presence here, as we, of course, I'm back on the Earth ship. So, what I felt I wanted to say, and this is going to be like really bite size. I want to remind you, or just to be observant of the gods around you. The gods are not like outside of you, or in ways you can't reach them. But just to let you know, just as they are verbatim gods, and that they have now come into our awareness, they are really wanting to be recognized. And so they are now active in everything we do, literally everything we do. So, what came to my attention while I was uploading a video and editing and doing stuff on there, I clicked on save, and I thought, I've just done a video on save, Then that really came home, if you like, to home, of course, is 5. It really came home, 4-letter word, which is 9, and that's 18, 20, 23. Okay, so that really, I'm hoping it's correct. So, and of course 23 is 5, and 5 is what we are talking about. 5 is the key. 5 is key. I want to do another video which is going to be short on all, this lovely deliciousness that 5 really presents. Of course, the comfort of our home. This is why we are told, stay home and save life. So this is not far from the teaching of Jesus Christ at all, or the scriptures. We hear about save the NHS. The NHS is 581. I didn't really intend doing this, but I'm going along with it. So this is 14. This is save NHS. So we have 5. This is Christ. The NHS here, to save NHS, is really doing is a demarcation of this newness, and is doing Jesus Christ, because Jesus is 11 and Christ is 5. So I'm just wanting you to see that those vibrations show up in everything we do. So let's go back to my point, okay, of looking at save. So when you are on your phone or your computer or whatever it is, you want to save. If you do not save, you cannot have a file. This is just meant to be funny, really. You cannot have, so you save so you can have a file, or you may save in a file, FILE. And I just want you to observe, because so much wisdom is imparted on us, but because we have so many words in the English language, of course, that kind of throws us back a bit. But look at the word file, it's really LIFE. That's why everything, we file things. We have to file different areas of our lives. File, like in your computer, you file things. And this is how we organize our lives. Now let's look at the numerical value for life or file, which is 3965. And you can see something very something that has just struck my attention, is that because 9 is one of these, is this number that how we would put it, it's like you can multiply, or multiply a number by 9, you always end up with 9. So basically 9 is like a sacred underlying number. And then we see that we really have 365, which is the number of days of the year. So there is the eye. Basically, the eye can be shut. This is what I'm trying to say here. The eye could be shut or open here. Or this is where we become present, if you like. We are saying, I am here. But basically, life is really the 365, which is 14. Adding all this, well, if we did 365, this would be 14, which is also 5. And this is what I mean about 9. So if we add these together, we would have 23 here. So this is 23, which is still 5. So basically, there's an aspect of life that is always hidden, that we are always trying to get to, which is this 9, a cycle of 9 that we are always, we are wired to get to this birth, this end and beginning, all together here. But I like to I prefer to say beginning. Beginning is actually 9. There's 9 and 5. Oh my, this synchronicity is just so beautiful and delicious. So people, when you are saving, or when you are on your device and you are saving, or you save something, you are actually, of course, this is the pause button, PAUSE, which is what you use. And of course, it's got us. I won't make this very long, but you can see it's got that the P, the seven, which is what I've spoken of, because Jesus Christ is seven. So this is a savoring of some new completeness or completion and so on. So we have done lots of exercises where we have got one. This is the pause button. And of course, this is 7 each. 7, 7. Adding this together gives us 14. So this, I want you to recognize the gods. You use the gods, get to know the gods, because the gods are here to save you, like Christ. You can see the 14 gods here are to help you, just like in the card of temperance. Temperance is 14, and temperance is pouring liquid from one cup to another, basically to help you get the right balance. That's what this is about, people. That's what this is about. So, we are home. We are safe. Okay, so I just thought I would do this, and I think this is quite delicious. Let me know your thoughts on that, because I'm really wanting to do more of these finger bites, deliciousness of the gods. Stay ignited and united.